What's up guys, I'm Caleb Tennant, we're out here at Perris Raceway. I'm lucky enough to be one of the first test riders to ride the brand new generation YZ250F, the new 2024 model. I'm out here shooting with MotoOnline.com and such a privilege to be out here riding and testing this brand new bike. Yamaha came out with a brand new YZ450 and there was a lot of hype around what that bike was going to be like, and they've shown this year it's been a great success. Everyone loved the new bike, with it being a whole lot slimmer, lighter. The YZ250 followed the same path. It's got an all-new chassis and frame, updated suspension, updated engine, and they made all the right changes to make this bike into an amazing competitive machine. But what I always felt with the Yamahas, they always felt a little bit like a bigger and wider bike. So when I tested the new generation YZ450, I really enjoyed the bike being a whole lot slimmer and smaller, and you had a lot more feel with the bike, and it feels a whole lot lighter. Now with this 250, it kind of feels like that same thing. I got on the bike from lap one, fully comfortable, the way the balance is, the ergonomics, how the bike feels under you. It didn't take more than one lap to kind of get a feel of what the bike was doing under me. Extremely predictable, so they really got that right, and I really like how slim the bike feels compared to the older generation model. So they've really made the right move, the right changes with this new machine. So with regards to the chassis and the feel, they've actually made this bike a little bit more rigid, but I really felt that the bike was extremely predictable under me. So when coming up to corners, I felt like the bike would corner really easily and very easy to maneuver. If I felt like I was a little bit off balance, I needed to change the direction or feel of the bike, I felt it was really easy to pitch the bike where I needed to, and it would corner like a dream. And then the overall balance and setup, the bike really felt extremely stable down the straightaways and through the jumps. I always had a kind of understanding of what it was going to do under me. So really stable down the straightaways and really easy through the corners. So they really got that mixed really well with the balance of the bike. So what I really like about this Yamaha is the standard setup and the standard suspension is extremely competitive. For me, I've raced at all levels from up to full-on pro levels. So I made small adjustment changes with the suspension. We went a little bit harder on the forks, actually a little bit softer on the shock, and I felt so much comfort in the bike. So even when I was cruising around and I wasn't really pushing, the bike felt really good. It didn't feel like I had to ride it super hard with the suspension to work. But when I did push the bike, it was really comfortable. So for me through the day, I made some small changes. All we did was stiffen up the forks, soften the rear a little bit, and I had full-on comfort with the bike, and I did some hard laps, and I can kind of put the bike where I want, and nothing really seemed to get sketchy on me. So with some more testing, and I think the standard setup is really good. And again, like I said, it wasn't a very harsh suspension either. So for a more intermediate or beginner to intermediate rider, they'll also find a lot of comfort with this bike. So I really feel this bike is really versatile from beginner to pro level riders. This bike, I feel like it's extremely easy to ride from beginners to pros. When I was just kind of cruising around in the beginning, get a feel for the bike, it was really predictable and really easy and smooth power. But then when I feel like I really wanted to turn it on and you wanted this bike to hit hard, it had that power to do that. And Yamaha's always had the most competitive standard engine, so it's no surprise that this one's kind of, from where it was, it stepped up a little level. I know it's got a little bit more mid to top end, but it always has that hard hit at the bottom. So the power is amazing on this bike. It's there where you need it. And I feel with the gearing, the gears are really smooth through first to fifth gear. I feel the second gear is a little bit short. I'd like to use the second gear a little bit more. From third to fifth, that bike is really unreal, but that second gear is a little short. Easy to change with some gearing and setup changes. So I feel like overall the engine package is unreal. So overall I had an amazing day testing this bike. Yamaha really made the right move with the changes they made to make it more like the YZ450 from this year. A smaller, thinner, lighter feel. Feel like you can throw the bike around a lot more, but with still keeping the Yamaha's current high performance level. Overall, this is an amazing bike from I think all levels of riders, but out the box you can go and race this thing and it'll be competitive straight away. So look out for the full test on MotoOnline.com, and appreciate Yamaha and MotoOnline for bringing us out and getting to test this beast.